Well, not long now until England are back in the Test game, and I'm very happy to say that Ollie Pope has been kind enough to join me for a little pre-Test chat. What have you been up to in the past week?
I've actually had a pretty chilled week. We've been training now for 3 days. So then before that, I left the 100 ball stuff because we had a bit of a break, and then I just got back to London, did some training with the Surrey guys, and just started hitting red balls again, to be honest, and just chilling out and prepping for this, so I've got as much energy as I can for the next 4 weeks.
That seems quite amazing that you've been able to have a break, because the schedule has just been so manic. How important was it for you?
Yeah, it was. I think it's important, especially with a big series like this. I think you want to go in as fresh as you can. I think that's half of the battle in a way, is making sure you've got as much energy as you can for every day, so you can give 110%. And luckily, the schedule allowed that to happen, and I spoke to the right people to allow that to take place.
Oh, it's very, very good to hear, and it seems to be rarer and rarer. But it is a huge series, obviously, against South Africa. Mind you, you've had some big tests already this summer. Tell me how you're finding this whole new approach, I should say. I'm not going to use the banned word because you get in trouble for it, but it is a fresh approach with a new coach and captain. For you personally, what has that meant?
If I'm being completely honest, in terms of the way I go about my innings, I haven't changed a massive amount. I think I play this at the same tempo as I would if I was playing for Surrey or before, to be honest. I think it's more of a mindset shift for me. It's getting rid of that fear of getting out the whole time, and if anything, it just encourages me to take that positive option, which sometimes might backfire, but hopefully more times than not that will pay off. And I think, it's just allowing us to have that freedom to go and play the shots. So we've obviously seen Johnny and Rooty play some ridiculous innings, and they've almost taken it to a new level. But for me personally, I've tried to sort of go about my game in the same way. I guess batting in the top three is probably where the ball does the most, so I haven't adjusted too much. I've still got to be tight in defence and leave well early on in my innings, but it just gives me that confidence just to go out and when I'm ready and when the time's right, to take that positive option when I need to, and also hopefully sort of weather the storm if I have to as well.
Yeah, because it sort of seems maybe sometimes, I think people perhaps, and I don't know if you feel this way, miss the point of this approach and think that it's just about aggressive, non-stop aggressive batting, but it's a bit more than that, isn't it? Yeah,
absolutely. I think use that India 100 that Johnny hit. I think it was in the first innings actually, where it was a rainy day and he actually just blocked out quite a lot of it, and then because he realised that the ball was sort of seaming around and swinging a little bit, so he actually realised, right, if I can get through today, come back tomorrow, the pitch might have flattened out a little bit, and then I can cash in when I do get in. So I think it's not all about just smashing sixes, it's just about picking your times to do it, and you've got 100% backing from the changing room, and that essentially really is what matters. If you know the guys sat up there backing you with your decisions, then that can give you the freedom to go do it out there.
I mean, I saw this attitude really filter down to the Lions last week in Canterbury, where they had a big win over South Africa, who were missing some bowlers, and they sort of said they're a bit rusty for red ball. But what do you expect from this side? They haven't been in England for a few years now.
Yeah, I think they're obviously going to come at us hard. Obviously, the Lions boys looked like a bit of a clinic last week. They looked like they were awesome. Their batters and their bowlers, and exploited whatever was in the wicket as well, which was great to see. But I think I know you know what it's like when you do tour, and when you do. That week for the touring side is about necessarily preparation, and they'll be preparing hard for this week. So I'm sure they might not change the way they play. I've sort of seen Dean's come out with some good quotes as he does, but no, they're a strong side, like you said. They're missing a couple of bowlers as well, so they're going to come at us hard, and we're ready for that.
I think the coach said he was going to bring by tequila for any journalists who used the B word, and they would have to down shots. I'm still personally hoping that comes true. But for you yourself, you've scored a century, you got close at 82 as well, and you've had a few misses in there as well. So what are you looking at for yourself in this test match?
I think looking at this series in general, I think I've realised that batting in the top three, there could be times where you do have a few lower scores. I think for me it's about really cashing in when I do get in, and making the most of it and going on to score those hundreds. 80s as well are good contributions, but obviously I just want to be as consistent as I can in English, like I've done for Surrey in the past. If I can bring that consistency into this series, then that would be great, and that's what I aim to do.
Oh, well, all the best for this test series, and we look forward to seeing what you do.
Perfect. Cheers. Look forward to it.
Thanks.